Hey, what's going on, you pickled piplup? Coming at you with some expanded action today. Gabriel Fernandez took this Reshizard Volcanion deck to a top 8 finish in the most recent Limitless Expanded Weekly, and I thought the deck would look really cool, so I tried it out the other day on my stream, twitch.tv/AzulGG. First link in the description, go check that out. And it was pretty fun. It was pretty good. We probably struggle quite a bit against like one prize decks like Mad Party or even like Ultra Necrozma Garb, but against like the more popular GX tag team EX decks, it felt like it's just really good. And yeah, the deck feels pretty good overall. It's a ton of fun. It's super fast, super aggressive. Basically just try and go second and get off a turn 1 Flare Strike or Double Blaze. There's only 2 Max Elixir in here, so it's hard to get off a turn 1 Flare Strike, but a turn 1 Double Blaze is usually fairly easy. It plays the Jirachi engine, which was super cool because it's been so long since I've used Stellar Wish Jirachi with the Escape Board. And yeah, that was a ton of fun to use again. And the way we really get our power in this deck to be able to hit these really big numbers of these tag team or GX VMAX Pokemon is through that Volcanion-EX, which has been around for so long. It's cool to see it finally see play again with the Steam Up ability that says we can discard a Fire Energy from our hand, and then our basic Fire Pokemon do plus 30 damage to our opponent's active Pokemon. So we can, have 4 energy on our Reshizard, Steam Up twice, plus a Fighting Fury Belt, and then all of a sudden Flare Strike is actually doing 300 damage instead of 230. If we have all 3 Volcanion-EX in play, we can get up to 330 damage, which could even KO something like a Dragapult VMAX, which is like the most popular VMAX in Expanded. I guess Colossal is pretty popular as well. We're probably not 1-hit KO in a Colossal, but we can pretty easily 2-hit KO it. And I think that's it. I think that's all I want to really say on the deck. We play Welders. There's VS Seekers. There's a Blacksmith, so we can recover energy out of the discard pile instead of going from our hand onto our Pokemon. I have yet to use the Blacksmith, so the one card I think I might consider cutting from this list that Gabriel used to get top 8 would be the Blacksmith, I think. I think that's the one card I haven't found like pretty much any value out of. Everything else has felt pretty good. And I'd maybe just cut that for like a 4th VS Seeker, so I have more access to Welders or Guzma or N, whatever you might need for the situation. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say about the deck, so let's go ahead and let's get into some games. Okay, getting into one here. Our opponent did win the coin flip, which means they will get to go second, which is definitely preferred overall. This hand is lacking Fire Energy. It has the Welder, it has the Ultra Ball to find our Reshizard, but yeah, major lack of Fire Energy going on here. I think we are up against Ultra Necrozma, which I have to imagine is probably a tough matchup, but I don't know. I guess our Reshizards can go a long way in the matchup. Well, I guess they 2-hit KO them. We could use Baby Volcanion, actually. Oh, still no Fire Energy. Still no Fire Energy. What am I supposed to do with this? So Volcanion definitely wants to be our attacker here. What am I... okay, so we're going to go... Get rid of those 2. Grab a Volcanion, because it does enough to KO everything, and then it doesn't get 1-hit KO'd by the Ultra Necrozma. Although if they can get the 1-hit KO for sure. It's definitely possible. They could Silent Lab. So I think I have to go like Quick Ball away, double Welder, and then I want to Crobat for 3 to try and find some out to Fire Energy. But if I don't do this now, then they can put Silent Lab in play, and then I just like kind of brick. There's an energy. Gonna bench Jirachi. I can't put this in play yet because if I top deck an energy, then I want to Welder 2 to the Volcanion-EX. So we just have to kind of pass here. We do play Fighting Fury Belts as well, which would get actually the Volcanion over the amount of HP that we'd need to stop. I mean, I'm assuming they're playing Ultra Necrozma. They might not be. But Ultra Necrozma is by far the most popular deck in the expanded ladder, I think. I don't think anything's quite as popular. But yeah, if we get a Fighting Fury Belt on this, yeah, this is probably Ultra Necrozma. I guess it could still be Dragapult. But if we get a Fighting Fury Belt on this, then even with a Choice Band, which they do sometimes play, if they play Trash Avalanche, the Choice Bands are pretty good. And even with the Choice Band, we actually have more HP. So we'll have to find their Field Blower if they play it. But I don't know if this deck plays... If they play Trash Avalanche, they probably play Field Blower. They don't play Trash Avalanche, I guess not. Here comes an end, though. So that's a good sign for us, I guess. Another treasure. So they do play Garbodor. The question is, what are they playing? It is the Ultra Necrozma deck. Okay. So it's going to be a tough one, I think, overall. Like, I mean, they're a 1-prizer deck. They might get an early 1-hit KO on my Lele, which will already get them pretty far ahead in the prize exchange. So it's going to be a tough one, I think, but definitely winnable. This is a great hand. I will say that. This is an insanely good hand. Can start setting up the Volks. Got the VS Seeker for the Welder. Got the Hearth to get the energy, which is important as well. We do want to avoid items in our discard pile because we don't want to give like free 1-hit KOs. Like if the Ultra Necrozma can't 1-hit KO us, we don't want Trash Avalanche to be able to 1-hit KO us. So it looks like they did whiff though as well because they're about to send up this Wobbuffet. Thankfully for us, we don't need Abilities this turn. We just have the knockout. So I'm gonna go Giant Hearth away in energy. Get 2 energy. I'm not gonna be able to Jirachi this turn. But I guess we're probably not gonna be able to Jirachi in the future as well, right? So maybe I shouldn't have given up the energy. I was like thinking I want to like save the Escape Board on this, but I think that's gonna. But it could happen, right? I might not get out Garb next turn. But I guess I want to save the switch to reset my Volk as well, potentially. So I guess I just save the switch and go hard retreat with the Escape Board. Yeah, maybe Jirachi wasn't even that great to put in play. I definitely should have benched this Volcanion-EX as well, actually. Volcanion-EX definitely should go. Yeah, I guess I want to save the switch to go back to Lele and then reset the attack, right? Because I can't attack next turn. That's what Volcanion-EX says. You can't attack next turn. So we definitely want to chill. We need to find a Welder as well. We do play 4 of those and 3 VS Seekers. Here comes an N. So I really should have benched. I don't know why I didn't bench this Volcanion-EX. I'm not going to lie. No reason to have not benched it. I just didn't. There's no reason to have not benched it, but I just chose not to. Okay, we get plenty of energy. Got the switch, which is really important. But don't have a Volcanion-EX, which I could have had. And here comes a computer search, so I'm kind of scared. I guess they don't have Garb or Silent Lab in play yet. So I was kind of scared of them going to get Choice Band here. But they also like need the Garb. And there's the Garb, so. And they got the Muscle Band, though. Yeah. And if I had put it in play, for whatever reason, once again, I just chose not to put the Volcanion in play. I could have gone Max Elixir this turn and actually attacked. But now we're just in trouble. Now we're in big trouble because I didn't bench that Volcanion-EX. Basically what I was talking about. It feels like it's going to be a tough matchup overall for sure. And we're kind of seeing that here. If I benched the Volk, I actually top deck V-Seeker, so I would have been able to Welder attack, and then maybe this one doesn't want to KO, and then we have a switch to reset, but I went ahead and misplayed instead. So I can Welder like 1 energy in play. Probably just onto Lele because I could attack with Lele at some point. And then we're just going to probably have to give Jirachi for turn. But we need to draw into another Volk. Okay, there we go. Attach Max Elixir. Does not hit. I didn't really expect it to hit, to be honest. Living off the top deck again. 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have even used the Max Elixir yet. Because if I do top deck a Welder, then I could just play the Welder and never use the Max Elixir. Because I do want to avoid Trash Lanch being an option for my opponent. We know they play it as well. Not all Ultra Necrozma decks play the Trash Lanch. But some definitely do. Some do, and we see our opponent is one of those. Yeah, so if I just like bench the Volk like I should have, because it is my main attacker in this matchup, then we would have been actually in a fine spot here. Would have attacked, had to switch to attack again. No energy. Our active is getting KO'd. We do play N, so we could top deck N still and have that kind of be our out here. Gonna go ahead and retreat to the Crobat. And I'm not gonna put Giant Hearth in play yet, because they play a lot of Silent Labs, so they might just have one here. Give them the Crobat. It's possible we top deck N and can make a comeback here. But that's about our only route for victory here. But here comes a VS Seeker for a Guzma. So they're going to take on my Volk. So there's no 1-card top deck that I can actually get here to stay in this game. But it all comes down to that one mistake I made where I didn't bench the second Volcanion-EX. I was just like, I got what I needed for my turn. Don't bench it. But there's no reason to not bench it there because it is my main attacker. And we would have actually been able to be in this game for sure if I just benched the Volk. I had a chance. I mean, it's still probably not a great chance. This matchup, once again, seems pretty rough. Yep. Nope. I think we're gonna go ahead and hit the concede on this one and move on to our next game. All right, into another one. Once again, our opponent won the coin flip, so we get to go second. Basically, we're going second because no one really likes to go first in expand. It's not very good to go first in expand. It doesn't really do a whole ton. They did Mulligan. I'm gonna go ahead and guess they're playing Togekiss. I mean, they have Potown in there. I don't know why they play Potown, but it kind of looks like Togekiss to me. Besides the Potown, and the fact that they mulliganed, I guess, is also like another reason I was like leaning towards it maybe being that. We'll see though. Nope, it is Mad Party with Faba and Potown. We saw Faba and Potown in their hand. I'm gonna go ahead and Lele. Grab myself a Welder. I'm gonna hold on to my Hearth because we don't know. We know they play Potown. I guess I don't want them to bump it. Attach to the bench and just pass. I get like, yep. I mean, going first just kind of stinks in Expanded. It kind of always feels really bad when you go first. We'll see what our opponents got going on here, though. Yeah, they got like an interesting build from what we've seen. Potown, I mean, they're not going to evolve very much, so that kind of makes sense. They do play the Poltegeist, of course, but that's kind of just in there for the damage. They probably don't play Sinesti. I guess they could, though. And then, yeah, Potown or the Faba It's just a good card if you can always fit it in pretty much any deck and expand it. There's so many like potential uses out of Faba. But yeah, I was thinking it was like off them mulliganing plus what we initially saw off the mulligan. I was like, okay, that's gonna be Togekiss. But then I was like confused by the Potown. But I guess maybe there's like some specific matchup out there where it could be good. But no, it turns out it is Mad Party. We're really just hoping we do not get knocked out here on our first turn. Hopefully they whiff energy to even attack in general, then whiff the 2-hit KO on the following turn, or the 1-hit KO on the following turn. That's a little bit of a lot to ask for, but sometimes you have to get lucky. Sometimes you have to have things go your way to be able to pull out wins. They already have the energy, so they're definitely hitting us. The question is going to be, oh, but they discard an energy. So as long as they don't get the 1-hit KO here, I'm feeling okay, actually. As long as they don't get the 1-hit KO. If they get the 1-hit KO, I'm feeling a little bit worse. There's that, there's that Potown that we saw on the mulligan. It's just funny. Like, I'm curious to know why they play Potown. Battle Compressor, one of potentially many. Let's see how many they rip here. Or how many they choose to get rid of. So we're hitting for 100. Sometimes they get rid of other stuff like researchers and whatnot. Comes another quick ball, 120. They're only a compressor away from KOing us, and that's where we kind of get into trouble, especially with our Lele already used. Now the reason I put the Lele down last turn was I was like, all right, I want to make sure we have another Pokemon in play, because if they just KO this, we just kind of lose. I could have maybe gotten N off Lele because the current setup was likely they attack with the Bumblebee. Okay, no knockout. Big deal. Huge deal here. Another Welder. Throw a Hearth in play. Hearth away and energy. Get 2 more energies. Thin out the deck here because I'll probably go in Welder, and then try and find the N on the following turn. I actually want to attack with Lele this turn if we can find a switch. No switch. I could hard retreat, but I want the escape board for my Jirachi. I don't know if I want to put it in play yet. So I think I'm just going to go attach active and swing. Yeah. And then we have to go, we're going to use this quick ball next turn, and we're going to get into a Reshizard and go Volcanion-EX Reshizard. We also need to like set up another attacker for the following turn, which would hopefully be the other Reshizard. And we could even like take like an outrage knockout. So we're going to get rid of their Marshadow here, and then if they have to attack with Bumblebee or the Mew on the following turn, we can actually knock out with outrage. That would be like our game plan. So we're gonna knock this out with Double Blaze, just put a big thing in our active and be like, okay, if you KO that, but also if they KO, if they can KO the 1-hit KO the Reshizard, but if they do, they will go down to 1 prize card, which means we can then look for that N to 1, which would be our game plan. All right, so Volcanion's gone, but that's fine. It's part of our game plan. Send up the Jirachi. I'm gonna be working out of this hand for a little while, I think. We want to find both Reshizards. So I think I'm gonna Hearth off the start, unless this is worse. Probably want to keep that around. Hearth. Quick ball and energy as well. We don't need a ton of energy when our opponent's Pokemon don't have a ton of HP. So we can kind of be a little bit aggressive with discarding the energy here. Especially knowing that with this Fire Crystal in hand, it makes it like super reasonable to make these plays. Bench the Volk. Guess I should have Stellar Wished first. Fighting Fury Belt would even make it bigger, which I mean, I feel like it's just going to be better. Because they could get the 1-hit KO. Now it's, well, are they going to ever get the 1-hit KO here? Let's see, 160 is what they're doing. They could. The scary thing is that they could. So I think I want to play around the fact that they could. Like this. Treat. Yeah, especially if they play like stuff like Muscle Band, stuff like that. Makes it pretty easy to get the knockout. Okay, so we've dealt with this Marshadow. Another question kind of becomes, will they knock out our active? I guess we could just Welder to the Volcanion-EX. Like, if they only punch our active, we can go, like, knock out Welder to Volcanion-EX and then dig for the, then we can dig for Guzma. And if we get Guzma, we actually can Guzma KO Dedenne and just kind of end the game there. So this +1 turn to live with is actually a pretty big deal. Because, like, if we let them get this knockout here, if we were like, all right, not going to put the Fighting Fury Belt on, we'll say that for our second Reshizard. They go knockout, and then even if we get the N to 1, it's still possible they could draw off that N to 1 and knock out our next Pokemon, which would put us in a pretty bad spot. So, but they're actually just running to Dedenne and passing. Okay, well, this makes this game super easy at this point. Then I feel like I think we just win. I think the game is basically over. Maybe should have Max Elixir first there. Actually, I definitely should have Max Elixir first. Well, let's go ahead and get lucky here. I guess we can go like this. I'm gonna draw 3. Then I'll play the Max Elixir. That's improper sequencing. Let's go ahead and hit it. Nope. don't sequence it the way I just sequenced it. So this game should pretty much be over here. Gonna go on Flare Strike. I didn't know how many energy were left in my deck. I wasn't really super hard keeping track, but yeah, don't do what I just did. But I think we just win. I think this is basically game. We got 1 prize card left. Our opponent has 4, so they cannot win on their turn unless they do something like crazy, like triple Zigzagoon, quad net, KO my Jirachi, bundle B, Mad Party, 1-hit KO my Reshizard with a Tool Scrapper because they cap out at 300 damage. So maybe a Muscle Band, a Tool Scrapper, maybe Muscle Band and Tool Scrapper to get to that 280 mark that they can get to. But otherwise, I think we just kind of got this one locked up. Our opponent had a really rough draw after that Dedenne change. And then we just kind of took over from there. Yeah. Never played a draw supporter, so that's always going to hurt. If you don't play draw supporters, you're probably not having a good time. Okay, into another one, and we did win the coin flip, so now we get to go second, which is what we're trying to do here. Ooh, all right, the hand's okay. We got the Reshizard, we got the Welder. We're short energy. We need energy. We could Ultra Ball away the Welder plus the top deck, and then Crobat, and then Stellar Wish to try and find a Hearth / basic energy in general. Our opponent opened a Phanpy. We see a Brooklet Hill. Another Phanpy. Okay, a Buzzwole. So some kind of fighting deck from our opponents. Definitely be looking for that turn one knockout. Okay, Escape Board is a nice top deck. They don't have a ton of HP, so us having the extra energy is not going to be a huge deal. So I think I could give up a Fire Crystal here. Like that. Grab the Crobat. We're going to dig a little bit deep here. Escape Board. Crobats. Oh, I could have used Brooklet Hill, actually. That's a mistake. I forgot. It's been so long. But we can do this right here. And we could Brooklet Hill for a Volcanion-EX. And this way I could Steam Up Knockout with Outrage on the Phanpy, which seems better overall. And I probably want at least 1 Volcanion in play anyways. It's been so long since I've been able to use Brooklet Hill plus... I guess I want to use Max Elixir first here as well, because I wouldn't mind hitting an energy here. Big whiff. It's been so long, man. It's just been so long since I've had that play available, because it is water and fire type. Super cool. Dual types are super cool in Pokemon. They haven't done them in a while. Something that's super cool though, for sure. We could just Steam Up Outrage, or we could just Double Blaze. Steam Up Outrage makes a little bit more sense, I think, but not by that much. I don't even know if it's actually even that much better, to be honest. But we're gonna go Steam Up Outrage. I haven't used Steam Up in a while, so I want to use Steam Up. That's my reasoning for Steam Upping here. And then, yeah, Outrage. Goodbye, Phanpy. Let's go with it like that. I think that's going to be fine. Yeah, there's that EXP share trigger there. And I'm curious to see what kind of Donphan our opponent's actually playing. There's Sturdy Donphan. There's Hit and Run Donphan. There's a DCE. Still doesn't tell me one way or the other, because both builds of Donphan do play DCE. As far as I remember, there's a Marnie. I'm going to go ahead and guess Sturdy here. But I guess we'll see here in just a second what kind of... I don't even know if I'll be able to beat Sturdy Donphan. We're going to do a lot of running around to beat Sturdy Donphan. Comes a Nest Ball. Did they find the evolution is the big question. Did they find a way to evolve their Phanpy? There's a Guru with Instruct. Did they find the Donphan? Are they full on Phanpy here? Going with the Endure. That is a Tail. So we're going to get another knockout here with Outrage if we want. So I can go give up this. Ooh, I should have done, once again... Should have Max Elixir first. I messed it up again. Now I don't want to, but I should have. Never punished, it looks like here. Steam Up. Go ahead and Blacksmith onto... I think I'm just going to put it on the active here. I'm not even going to attach for turn. And then once again, Outrage. So now the thing can Flare Strike. We don't have to use our Double Blaze. We can save that for like later in the game where we think we can get a bigger advantage out of it. I'm going to hold the energy as well, because if they replace my Giant Hearth, I want to be able to Welder next turn to the Volcanion-EX, because I'm not really too worried about... we're going to be attacking for a little while here. We got plenty of attacks to go with. Like, none of our stuff's getting 1-hit KO'd anytime soon. Our opponent doesn't even play a draw supporter this turn. It's just that Sledgehammer. So we can keep drawing cards. Okay. How many VS Seekers do I have left? 3. Giant Hearth away. Get rid of the energy, but I kind of want to keep the energy around. Get rid of Guzma. Get rid of Lele. But Lele's are like our out to support us as well. So I wasn't like if I get rid of Guzma, there's no Guzma to find. So my thing was like, if I get rid of Guzma, there's no Guzma to find off of Lele. But But if I get rid of Lele and keep Guzma, then there's the Guzma, but there's no Lele to find the Guzma. So I was kind of torn on which way to go with that, to be honest. I was like, yeah. Also getting N. If we get rid of Lele, we can't find N. So maybe I should got rid of Guzma because Lele for N could be a big play later on. I did get the Reshizard. I'm not sure if I want to bench it or not there. I could have benched it, but then like I only have 2 bench spaces left to work with. And I think this thing's going to live for another turn. Like I think this game is almost just like about wrapped up, to be honest. We're like in a really good spot here. I guess I could have also used the Guzma and just Guzma KO'd the Phanpy and ignored the Buzzwole because like it does Sledgehammer, but once I get all 4 prize cards, Sledgehammer's doing nothing. So probably Guzma KO Phanpy was a better play anyways, to be honest. I could have just gone Guzma KO Phanpy. That probably would have been a better overall play. So I should have done that. I should have just gone with that Guzma KO Phanpy there. A little bit lost in the so back-to-back instructs. They did put another monkey in play there. Yeah, so yeah, Guzma KO Phanphy there was a little bit better for sure. Endure Tails. All right, I guess I'm gonna bench the second Reshizard and start setting it up. Giant Hearth use. We still have 1 Jirachi left. Might want it for later. I'm not gonna use. I just don't really have to Welder. Like I'm not pressed to try and use an attack anytime soon. So just go ahead and Outrage. Not even gonna use the Welder for the turn, even though I could have. Just keep it around as a Via Seeker. Yeah, because I can just start attaching here for turn over and over again. Another Endure. They do get heads this time, but we do have Guzma, so we can just go ahead and Guzma around it. I'm gonna put this here. I think it's a little bit better there overall. Guzma on a Guru. I'm gonna Hearth again, get rid of one of these Ultra Balls. Then out 2 more energy. Of 1 energy left in the deck. Stellar Wish. And for the future, potentially seems okay. I don't think it's going to matter too much in general here. And then Outrage once again. Knock out the Oranguru. And yeah, we're 1 prize away. Our opponent has yet to draw a prize card. They are not set up at all. We have Guzma in hand to get round another potential Endure. I guess if they only had Phanpy in play, they could Endure for like 100 turns, and then they could maybe win because we have N plus 2 Via Seekers left. So we could N a lot here. We could N ourselves to 1. So yeah, there's the concede, and we get a dub here in this one against our opponent's Donphan deck, where we never even saw a Donphan. I would have liked to have seen a Donphan. I was curious at what Donphan they're actually using. I assume it would be the sturdy one, but I guess we'll never really know. Anyways, guys, let's go do it for the games with the Reshizard deck. Like I said, super aggressive, super fast. Give it a shot, and I'll see you tomorrow.